Hey, Nick, I think it's a pretty fair assessment that they kind of kicked your butts from start to finish. What do they do to take you out of the pace you guys love to play at and are so effective at?
Oh, well, Doug, I think the energy level of our guys, we kind of just weren't with it tonight, which is disappointing, right? They look faster and stronger and hungrier than we did, And again, I thought we had great shots in the first quarter, and we get 11 points, and somehow that really disheartens us against this team. So I think it was a lack of energy for the most part, Doug.
Great, thanks, Nick. Appreciate it as always.
Yep. Okay, Doug, have a good one, man.
You too.
Next, we have Michael Grange from Sportsnet.
Nick, we were talking before the game, about how the adjustments you guys are making back and forth. But when, you guys can't hit a shot and Boston keeps coming downhill at you time after time as they did in the second quarter, what's in your bag of tricks at that point? Or is it just sort of a helpless feeling sometimes?
Yeah, I didn't feel like I was reaching into the bag of tricks. I mean, you can't trick them, Michael. Even when we're doing other schemes and defenses, it still really comes down to protecting the paint and rim protection and your level of shot challenge and your physicality. I was really disappointed the way we protected the rim, Michael, just in general. And that's everybody's job. It's everybody's job to keep the ball in front. If it's not in front, we're supposed to start bringing help and rim protect. It was again, I haven't watched it, but it sure felt like it was a tough game at the rim, both ends.
Did you think at one point of maybe going deeper into the bench to get some energy, which were, as you said, guys seem to be lagging a little bit? Was that a consideration at any point?
Well, I think I don't remember exactly, but I think I did do that in the second quarter.
Right, with Boucher. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, I put Matt, tried Chris. Not sure. I think that was it in the first half. Norman, right? So there was Serge. So there was 9, right, in the first half. So yeah, I was trying to look and search for some energy there for sure.
All right, Nick. Thanks, man. Have a good night.
Welcome, Michael. Yep. You too, man.
Next question goes to Josh Lewenberg from TSN.
Hey, Nick. It looked like the defense was pretty good to start the game there. Shots obviously weren't falling. How much does one sort of affect the other? How much did you think that one affected the other in the first quarter there?
Well, it seems to be a huge factor, Josh. I mean, again, I need to go back and look at it, but it really felt like at the start, it really felt like we were sitting out there wide open, like time and time again. And I thought that they were open as well, but I thought we were flying at them and challenging them not unlike we would, right? We covered some stuff. We cracked down. They kick it out. We're flying at them to contest. And I don't know. I'm going to have to look at the level of contests at each end to see if what I felt like was happened. And then again, we just didn't play because we missed some shots, right? And then I think, again, I've already said this, but then it turned into we weren't protecting the rim either. So I don't know. We lost. We didn't bring very good energy. We lost, and then we lost what energy we had somehow. And we're gonna have to certainly play a lot tougher and more physically and mentally engaged in Game 6.
Thanks, Nick. Have a good night.
You too, Josh. Thank you.
Going next to Blake Murphy from The Athletic.
Hey, Coach. Just when Serge went to the back there, anything up there? Or was that just maintenance, or what's the story there?
I believe we're checking. I think he's okay, but he might have had a little knock or something that he had to get checked on. But they haven't come to me and said there's anything wrong, Blake. But we'll fill you in tomorrow on that.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Going next to Stephen Lung from Sportsnet.
Hey, Coach. Just about Pascal, I believe he only had 3 field goal attempts in the first half, and I was just wondering, like, was that more what Boston was doing to kind of limit his looks, or was that just, or like, was it something where you guys needed to do something to kind of get him the ball more?
Probably both, Steven. You know, probably squarely on me, first and foremost. To do it. I just think that it would. I don't know. Again, I gotta look at it, Steven. I hate to like look at a stat and see, you know, what the problem is when I don't really know without looking. I would probably say this again. I know it sounds crazy. We scored 11 points in the first quarter, but I thought our offense was awesome for like the first 8 minutes. I thought it was awesome. Maybe 6 minutes. Like, I don't think those shots could have been any more open. And, you know, we had back cuts hit OG's all alone, and he's got virtually a dunk that pops out. And I mean, there was some weird stuff happening when we executed very well to get to the point of taking a shot. But to get back to your question, that's probably not enough attempts for him. So I'll take a close look at that, and let's talk about it tomorrow. How's that?
Sounds good. Thanks a lot, Coach.
You're welcome, Stephen.
Going next to Eric Corrine from The Athletic.
Hey, Nick, sort of a broad question here, but you've seen the Celtics now 9 times. What is the toughest thing about cracking their defense, keeping in mind that, yeah, you missed some open shots tonight?
Well, they do a lot of good things, Eric. Transition, obviously, is where it starts, and they're good. They're pretty physical, especially at certain positions. I think they do a good job of pick and roll defense. I think Tice, when he's active and stuff, is really good at helping those guys when we do screen them and get into some open space. He's pretty good at chasing and following up and protecting the rim, you know, on certain nights. There's some length there, right? They had a lot of wings with some length. Their schemes are good. They're well coached.
Those are a lot of things.
Yeah, it's a good team and a good defense, you know.
That length, how difficult does it make to get the ball from, you know, side to side to side like you'd sort of like to in an ideal world?
Yeah, I don't think that has that much to do with it, Eric. That's probably more us not just looking to get it side to side a little bit more, right, from one side to the other. It's kind of funny. Side to side action is always really nice. But sometimes there's first side action if you execute the first side of stuff really well by cutting and screening well and separating and rolling hard and things like that. So you don't need to go side to side that much.
Yeah. Thanks, Nick.
You're welcome, Eric.
Going to do 3 more for you, Coach. First one goes to Bruce Arthur from the Toronto Star.
Bruce.
Hey, Nick, how you doing?
Good.
One thing you said is that against this team, it seems to dishearten you when the shots don't go down. What is it about the Celtics? I mean, you've had, I think, 4 lopsided games against these guys this year, more than against any other team. What is it about these guys that's disheartening?
I don't know, Bruce. That's a good question. Other than that, they're good. You know, and we seem to, you know, you can't sit here and just say, oh man, we're missing wide open shots, man. We got to get better ones. We got to be more mentally ready to shoot them. Got to have more confidence when we shoot them. You know, maybe we got to move them a little more. Maybe we got to zip pass a little bit crisper. You know, again, things to look at.
If part of this game was fatigue and the heavy minutes, and if part of this game was the Celtics and it's part of the game was just you guys, what about your team do you look at today or the whole season and say we're gonna be there in Game 6 in 2 days? Well,
we're really good at bouncing back, man. When it's strange to me that we have these kind of games. It really is, but historically we have, and then historically we really usually bounce back in a big way.
Thanks, Nick. Enjoy your night.
Thanks, Bruce.
Final 2 questions for you are in person there, Coach. First one goes to Tim Reynolds from the Associated Press.
Kyle was in here for 5 or 6 minutes, and he said 5 or 6 times I got to be more aggressive. I got to be more aggressive. When he's obviously a big time scorer for you guys, but he's also the primary ball handler, primary facilitator. What does that mean? Do you want him to look to get his early? Is that what that means? Or it can mean so many things.
Yeah,
what would you like?
I think aggressiveness for him is just creating some pace and tempo, right? He gets it either off makes, even off, especially off misses, but even off makes, sometimes he can create some tempo, getting it in and getting it up the floor and getting into the paint and just getting something started, getting him into some rotations, etc. That probably is the main thing. Yeah. Quicker decisions too. If something happens, he either attacks it or he doesn't. But don't kind of sit and overanalyze it, right? And we were doing that way too much tonight. Thought we held the ball like we'd make an action and something would happen and there'd be nothing there, and instead of getting off it to the next action, we were looking at it, and at that time the shot clock was eating into us.
And as a real quick follow, what did Matt show you?
That's a good player, man. He can score. He can not only can he shoot, he can score. He really is crafty at figuring out how to get himself open. One more here, Roving Live.
Yeah, final question is going to Jeff Zilgut from USA Today.
Nick, I know you said first and foremost it's probably on you with Pascal a little bit, but how much of it do you think it's this new experience, not in the playoffs, but of him maybe being the main guy at this point in the playoffs and the defense focusing so much on what he's doing and that being a part of a learning curve that he's going through?
It could be part of it. I just I don't know. He's already kind of been through a deep playoff run and had spectacular games. I'm not sure why he's been so out of rhythm since the restart in the bubble here. He hasn't had a lot of great games, and I think that's more of it. Other than here we are in the playoffs and he's supposed to be our leading guy. I'm just not sure he's been in great rhythm since the restart. And it's too bad because he was spectacular in last year's playoffs and he was spectacular all season long. So we still got some games to play. Hopefully he can get his rhythm.